What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. This video is in partnership with FamiSafe. It is an app on your iPhone, on your Android phone, your tablet, your Mac computer, your Windows computer, and it will allow you to control, track, see, and view what your child is doing on those devices. And you have complete control over those devices so that if you don't want them to view or use a particular app or search for a particular term or view a particular video or whatever it may be, you're able to do that with this app. Now, you do get a free 3-day trial to try out the app, but after that, if you want to sign up, they have 3 plans. You can get it for $9.99 a month for their monthly plan. You can get their quarterly plan for $19.99 a month, or their best deal would be an annual plan, and you get it for $59.99. All the plans include the following features, such as real-time location, so you can track exactly where your kid is, location history. You can get activity reports to monitor their phone activity and app installation, web filters to block websites and categories, app blocker to block certain apps, smart schedules to set screen time around, YouTube monitor to monitor their video history and block videos or channels, explicit content detection, and erotic photo detection, which detects images on kids' phones galleries. Installation and setup of the app is really easy. It's step-by-step and walks you through the whole entire process. You create an account, go through the steps. It then advises you to download and install the children's app for this, which is called FamiSafe Kids. Install and walk through that app, and then you are ready to go and control what's going on with your child's device. So once you have everything installed on both devices, you can then go in as the parent and start to control what your child can do and see. So on this first tab right here, you're gonna see Home. This is gonna show you everything from where exactly your child is, how much screen time they've used today, the device rules if they're on or off, any alerts that have popped up, and you can also check history alerts. The next one is Features, and this is where you can control exactly what your child can do and see, and it's very easy to control. The first one is the activity report. Under the activity report, you'll see everything that your child has gone into and done. You then have screen time. In here, this is where you can see how much screen time they've actually used. You can go in here and see how much remaining time is left for the screen time that you've set. You can also go into details and view that to see if you've set any rules up and how much screen time they've used over the past 30 days or more. One of the cool things is you can turn on instant block, and that immediately blocks everything that the child can use except essential apps such as calling and texting. You also have app limit. When you click on that, you're able to set limits on certain apps. You can see I went into PUBG Mobile. I have that set as a enable time limit, any kind of time limit that you want. Maybe you wanted them to only be able to play 35 minutes a day. You can hit select, hit save at the top right, and now when they go into that PUBG Mobile app, they can only play it for 35 minutes. And you can also do that with any other app. So hit add limit and then come in here, find the app that you want. They're into categories. So maybe if you go into social, and you can do that for all the social media apps or just particular ones, hit next, and then you can enable a time limit. Just turn that on. Maybe you want to give them 1 hour a day for all social apps, and then hit save, and then there you go. They can only use those social media apps for 1 hour per day. Smart Schedule is really cool too. So if your kid goes to school, for instance, you can come into Smart Schedule, set Smart Schedule, and set a location to apply the schedule. So if you turn that on, put the address of where you want this to start happening, certain schedule for their phone so they can only use it and be able to do things at a certain location during a certain time. Here's your screen time limit. This is going to allow you to set a certain amount of time total for the phone that they can use it. So maybe for everything on the phone, you only want them to be able to use it for 1 hour a day, hit save, and they'll be locked into that 1 hour at a time for the whole phone for the whole day. Allowed apps are apps that you allow them to use. So by default, these are all the apps that it allows them to use, but you can remove some of these. So if you don't want them to be able to text, I can remove that. Or I don't want them to be able to go into settings, I can remove that. and then I hit save, and they're unable to go into those apps no matter what. Also, as you scroll at the top, you have more controls for specific apps such as YouTube. You can check the history of what they've done, watched, or searched. You can check on alerts. You can do suspicious text bases. You can add suspicious words so that they can't search or view things by that. Same thing with TikTok or inappropriate pictures. You can view the photos list of what's going on with theirs. Explicit content detection. So on this one, this is going to view any of these apps to see if there's been any suspicious content that this app deems so, and if it does, it'll block it. You can check their browser history to see exactly which websites they've visited recently, and you can even lock it. You see the little lock next to it, so if I press that lock, that's gonna block them from being able to go to that website. You can enable safe search by default, so it only lets them search for safe things. Here's your real-time location if you want to check in where your child is. There's your location history, and it will show anywhere that your child has been, from school, back home, maybe to a store. It's always going to track where they are and let you know where they've been. Driving report will tell you how well your child is driving with speed limits and things like that. Content Manager is really cool, so you can block your child from installing any new apps. You can block them from using the camera or texting. And you can also set up geofences, and that allows you to add a geofence and receive notifications when your kid enters or leaves a certain area. So not only is the app really easy to use for the parent to set up and control what your kid can see and do, but it takes effect immediately. So for instance, just to show you, I'm gonna turn on instant blocks. That's basically gonna block them from opening and doing almost any app. So here we go, I'm gonna bring up this phone. This phone has the FamiSafe Kids app installed onto it and set up. So I'm gonna try to open up an app. I'm gonna go to Google. I'm gonna go into Google Play, and I tap that, and you can see I have to ask request in order to use it if I'm a child, but ultimately it says, sorry, the screen time limit is reached, but it instantly blocks the child. So if they went over their time limit or I instantly block them, it's gonna show that exactly. And then I'll turn it off real quick here. So it's off. I'm gonna bring up this phone, and I'm gonna open up Chrome, and let's go to a website. We'll go to Yahoo, and you can see Yahoo loads up perfectly fine, and it's instantaneously unblocked. Also, websites that I've blocked, if the child does try to go to it, it instantly shows this. It says, hold up, your parent does not want you to access this. So tons of control, super easy to use, and it's very effective. So if you want to take control of what your child can do and see on their device, have it be a laptop, a tablet, or a phone, download the FamiSafe app now. Very easy to set up, very easy to control. Thanks for watching. We'll see you down the road. Peace.